show this on here. We will get the ATIS as we have it, the altimeter showing in here, 3, 4. .3004, and then 80s being out, radios was set. And then KS. Oh shoot, I hit the wrong thing. Sorry. Okay, we do map. We have all our information there. And then I usually don't. Just usually use this one for traffic. And I gotta lift this back up to make sure who else is on here. It's gonna be Jacksonville 124.775. Alright, this is before taxi. So.
Roger, I just show you a few hundred feet low. That's okay though. Roger, thanks.
So, can I use my own call sign so I don't mess myself up? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, what call sign should you be using?
I usually use November 7 Delta Romeo because they don't usually use this right here. But if you want me to use the 1720 Papa, it's fine. I use
No.
Okay.
I mean, you're already connected.
Yeah, I'm already connected. So, all right, here we go. And,
okay, what's the local elevation on the field?
Local elevation on the field is 28.
What's the altimeter?
3004.
American 2133.
What's the indicated altitude?
Hold on, say it again because it got covered.
What is your indicated altitude?
For departure or?
No, on your actual instrument.
It's supposed to be 3034.
5 miles from
okay.
Gins, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, clear to ILS runway 8 approach.
Sorry. 3034 is our altimeter set. 30312. We're right there. Three, 6 on there. That's the autopilot. Everything's on. All right. Oh my lord. I just realized. Okay. I had to tell my grandson to get out of the room.
November 65 Juliet Romeo, affirmative. The Charleston altimeter is 3033.
Stand by, wait for him. And good morning, Jack Center, Skyhawk, November 7 Delta Romeo.
November 7 Delta Romeo, Jacksonville Center.
Good morning, sir. I'd like to open up my VFR flight plan to Sierra Juliet Tango.
American 2133, wind variable at 5, runway 8, clear to land. And November 7 Delta Romeo, you said you wanted flight following?
Yes, sir. Flight following is instructed in the VFR, and I do have the weather.
November 7 Delta Romeo, squawk 1075, departure this frequency.
1075 for 7 Delta Romeo.
Are you ready for taxi?
Give me just a few minutes.
Roger.
Okay, so we have 1075. Oh, something happened here. One 1075, and then let me just set this up real quick for myself.
November 1981, you are released for departure. Clearance void and not off in 5 minutes. Report airborne this frequency. Frequency page approved.
And Jack Center, Skyhawk 7 Delta Romeo is ready for taxi.
November 7 Delta Romeo, roger. Would you prefer runway 9er or 35?
I'll take runway 9.
November 7 Delta Romeo, roger. I don't have a ground display there. Are you parked down at one of the FBOs there?
Yeah, I'm parking in the southeast corner in the FBO. I can take, if you don't have the referencer, I can give it to you. I can take Bravo Alpha to runway 9. Is that okay with you?
November 7 Delta Romeo, runway 9er, taxi via Bravo Alpha, cross runway 35.
Bravo Alpha, cross runway 35 for 7 Delta Romeo. Okay, so we are ready for taxi, as we can see. We just do our taxi light on. We still are.
If you don't want to go all the way, you can probably ask for intersection departure.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Yeah, we have enough. We
Southwest 4735, clear direct Ormond Beach.
Direct Ormond Beach, Southwest 4735.
Okay. Actually, just gonna use this Jack Center November 7 Delta Romeo. I'm just gonna do my run up on the left side over here off of Bravo.
November 7 Delta Romeo, roger. Just let me know when you're ready for takeoff.
7 Delta Romeo, copy. So let's do it. It doesn't
November 1981, radar contact, climb and maintain, flight level 210, proceed on course.
doesn't look like there's a spot to do a run up. Usually where I fly out, we do run ups right where we're located at. So
American 2133, taxi to the ramp via Alpha and Hotel, we'll see.
So on this air, parking brakes are set. Just do the fuel mixture. We have to ensure that it's set on both. Sorry. Trim is set for takeoff, which it is. Flight controls are clear and direct. So I'll just move over here to the side to ensure.
November 6-5, Juliet Romeo. Yeah, you'll be with Washington Center here in about 100 miles or so.
And then you can see them back. And then, all right, so they're correct. So then,
It'll be
and we'll just park
it'll be
at 1700.
133.72, but again, you won't be there for about probably 20 minutes or so.
Okay, 17 can't be perfect because you're trying to use it with a mouse, but 1700 RPMs, and we're gonna do mag tech. We're gonna go to the right and see our drop.
Atlanta Center, West 11813,
And there's a
about
drop.
ready to begin our descent to
Go
Daytona.
back to both.
Westwood
To the left.
1813 to set up pilot's discretion, maintain
And back to both.
actually maintain flight level 240 for now, I'll lower
We don't
shortly.
have carb heat on this airplane, so
All
we'll
right,
do
we're going
that.
to flight level
And
240,
we'll go back
West 11813.
and then check on a full throttle back to ensure she don't turn off. on here, and let's just set to lean just a little bit more on here. So oil pressure and everything temperature is still in the green. Idle, close 3 fractions, and we're going to do 10 degrees of flaps. And best power climb, carb heat, and we're already squawking. The radios are set, and landing nice. So our doors are secure. Seatbelts are on. We're going to be doing a VFR departure where we're taking off at runway 9. Upon departure, if we have an engine failure, if it's below, we still have enough runway, we're going to keep her on the ground and attempt to land. If we're already above 1,500 feet, we are, and we can't circle around, but we have enough altitude to try to make it back. We're going to circle back into the airport. If not, we're going to fly. We're going to attempt to land to the east, which looks like there is a like a river or a bank
We'll descend to
that we'll be able to land safely.
3034 West 11813.
Do you have any questions?
Nope, all good.
All right, so there we go. And Jack Center, November 7 Delta Romeo is clear and ready for taxi again. Did I lose him?
WestJet 1226, Jacksonville Center, roger. November 7 Delta Romeo, roger. Continue your taxi Bravo Alpha across 35.
Continue to taxi for 7 Delta Romeo.
United 125, Jacksonville Center, clear to Atlanta Airport via the Arnie Q departure, Baxley transition, then as filed.
Approaching
Via the
17.
departure this frequency, squawk 1033.
Clear.
United 125, read that correct, runway 8 for departure, advise ready for taxi, altimeter 3035.
And cargo looks 7783 heavy. We're going to step climb here to 380. Is it possible?
Cargo looks 7783, affirmative, climb maintain, flight level 380.
380. 7783 heavy.
Roger, just let me know when you're back, please.
There is a run up there on the left hand side. It didn't depict that in the on the flight.
Westwind 1813, Daytona Beach is reporting wind 040 at Niner, 10-mile visibility, few at 25,000, and expect runway. Did you have a approach preference?
Yeah, if we could have 7 left, that would be nice. West 11813.
Roger, do you want the visual or the ILS, or do you care?
Make sure we're good here.
We can
False
take the
10.
visual approach.
Roger, you can expect that.
And strobes. And Jack Center, Skyhawk November 7 Delta Romeo is holding short of runway 9, ready for departure.
November 7 Delta Romeo, runway 9er, clear for takeoff, wind 030 at 11, left turn on course approved.
Left turn course on approved, clear for takeoff, 7 Delta Romeo for runway 9. All right, so we have lights, camera, action. Everything is closed, seatbelts are on, and make sure we have here.
Approaching 8. On runway
Papa 4
8.
Sierra Romeo November Jacksonville Center Squawk 1042.
That is on. Is correct. Everything is here.
Southwest 3755, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level
Okay, here we go.
270.
Power into it.
270 for 4735.
And full power. Everything's still in the green. And wait until we get to 400 and we will retract our flaps. And then we'll make our left-hand turn. Flaps are coming up. Little drop.
What is your best rate of climb speed?
Best rate of climb is I have it at 55 VX and then 72 VY.
VX sounds a little low, but VY is correct.
Okay. All right, he already gave us left turn.
And Jackson Center 4735, we do have whiskey.
Thank you.
And we're climbing it through here.
November 65 Juliet Romeo, affirmative, thank you. Just verify your altimeter is 3033.
I think I should have took off real weather off of here, but that's okay.
November 7 Delta Romeo, radar contact, maintain VFR, advise prior to any altitude changes.
Maintain VFR and I'll advise if I have to switch altitude. 7 Delta Romeo, thank you.
Westwood 1813, descend to maintain 4000.
Descend to maintain 4000, West 1813.
Okay. We're going to trim. Let the
American 303, say indicated airspeed.
just make sure she's
Let's see, we are 0.790 Mach and 340.
American 303, roger. For intrail spacing to Orlando, maintain 320 knots indicated for spacing.
Slowing to 320. American
okay,
303.
so we're going to bring her back down to 22
My speed greatly changes on the direction. I got
RPMs.
right now 109 knot crosswind. I turn a few degrees to the right, it's a headwind.
Roger, thanks.
Come on.
Westwind 1813, flight present heading, vectors for the visual approach, runway 7 left.
We're going to fly present heading for vectors for 7 left, West 1813.
Just a little bit more. nice flight along the coast, heading north.
Alrighty, it looks like you're nicely trimmed out. If you want to, you can put on autopilot for a bit.
Okay,
West
autopilot,
11813, fly heading 210.
altitude.
210, West 11813.
I don't.
Technically, no autopilot, but as soon as I see that you're trimmed out and stable, it's like no point of just holding it the whole way. Yeah, it's a basic good flight so far. You're doing good.
So, I did say 70, 72. My actually VX, you could rotate at 55, or depending on the model you have on the Skyhawk, an R or an S, it could be 52 or 55. I rotate at 55, but you advise if there's something else in regarding to it.
Yeah, no, I think you said your VX, which is your best angle of climb. I was actually trying to look it up. I couldn't find it in my POA. So, best rate is usually around 72, and I
West
think
11813, it's going to maintain 2000.
best angle is a little lower, but not
Yep.
It's in to maintain 2000, West 11813.
All right, so there's a lot of talk about Lena Peak. There is some people that do Lena Peak, some people don't. I guess there's a big discussion regarding to that. But the instructor that I'm using
And I'm
with,
sorry, who was that?
he usually does Lena Peak if he's going long cross country.
Sierra Romeo, November, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 310. I'll lower in a little bit.
But, pilot session done 310.
So after
West 11813, Daytona Beach Airport is 10 to 11 o'clock in 13 miles, report insight.
turn off the taxi light, we leave the landing lights on under 10,000 feet, so we have better visibility. The beacon's on, nav lights don't turn on until
West
nighttime,
11813, we
strobe is
have
still
the
on,
field in sight.
and
West 11813,
we are
cleared
still
visual
doing
approach,
good.
runway 7 left.
Cleared visual approach, runway 7 left, West 11813.
And we are approximately 16 minutes from the airport.
November 65, Juliet Romeo, my coverage area extends for another 100 miles. You'll be with Washington Center in about 10 minutes. Southwest 4735, cross Llama at 12,000, maintain 300 knots or greater until advised for spacing. The Orlando altimeter 3034.
Yeah, Llama 12,300 until advised, Southwest 4735.
All right. Just trying to stay ahead of the airplane here and regarding to what we have to do. And I don't want to proceed off course a little bit too much here since we're doing our own nav.
American 303, maintain 300 knots.
Slowing to 300, American 303.
Elevation over there is 10. There is pattern altitude is 1,000. And they are using it is VFR, 10 miles.
West wind 1813, wind is 040 at 9 runway 7 left, clear to land.
Wind 040.
Clear to land, 7 left, West 11813.
We'll probably take, I'm going to request 6. Let me see where the other Atlantic Aviation. 2.
Approved, report back.
Perfect. Everything's still in the green. Vacuum, GT, fuel flow. Not bad in the fuel flow. Traffic. stop at Atlantic Aviation. It is. Towers on. The weather, heading's good.
Papa 4 Sierra Romeo November, descend via the Marco 2 arrival, runway 8, the Jacksonville altimeter 3035.
Roger, set lights there, VATSTAR, November Co, and 3035.
And altimeter at Northeast Florida Regional is 3036. We'll get closer to ensure that we're on there. Really close on there.
American 303, maintain 280 knots, cross Llama at 12,000, the Orlando altimeter 3034.
Florida 280 and a Llama at 11,000, American 303.
Llama at 12,000.
Sorry, 12,000, American 303.
Beautiful day for flying down there.
Yeah, it's beautiful weather. The last 2 days, what is it? The last 2 days, I don't know if you captured it or not. Well, you probably haven't. I don't know if it's snowing up there or not. But the winds were gusting at 33. When I was with my instructor yesterday, we couldn't even go up. Yeah, students.
No, we've had a snowstorm here for the last 2 days. It cleared up this morning, but it's bloody cold.
Oh, I have to go up to New York here in a week and a half, and it's looked like it's projecting for snow. I have to go to Buffalo. So.
Yeah, we got about 20 centimeters, so that's 8 inches.
Oh wow.
And it's minus 20 Celsius this morning.
West 1813, safe parking.
We're just heading to the terminal over here.
West 1813, roger, taxi the ramp in November, we'll see you.
Ramp November, thanks for the ATC, West 1813.
That's when you need an actual. That's when you actually need one of those, not a shovel, but you need a snowblower, correct?
Yeah, if you have to shovel your own driveway, yes, we don't. We actually we have a contract with a plowing service, and they actually come and clear it for.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good news. I mean, you wouldn't want to be out there all day long.
No, we have about 80-foot driveway, so I'm not going out there. And we live in the middle of the city, but still, and it's pretty normal up here in Ottawa that you get a service like that.
Southwest 206, loud and clear now. Jacksonville Center clear to Atlanta International Airport via the Jaguar 6 departure. Mateo transition that has filed. Maintain 5,000.
I feel bad, especially with all that snow. Oh my God, I wouldn't know what to do with that.
And squawk 1026.
Quite honest, we're used to it up here. It would be a weird weather if you didn't have the snow.
Southwest 206, read back correct. Runway 35 right, advise ready for taxi.
Jacksonville Center, November 1981, would like to request step away for about 5 minutes.
November 1981, that's approved as requested, just report back.
We'll report back, thank you.
Now we're getting up to pretty soon here. We're 18 miles to the south.
Roger.
Yep, that's what I have on radar as well.
18 miles to the south. I'm not going to send right now. I mean, we're at 2,500. Pattern altitudes, if you want to call it, is 1,010, but 1,000. And this nice little Cessna likes to go down pretty quickly. But I'll descend so no one of the passengers will get sick pretty soon.
Roger.
closer at 10 miles out. And
Which runway do you? Probably expecting the long runway. I'm not sure if he's going to put you on the shorter.
yeah, I'm thinking he might give me 3-1 because the winds are at 040. I mean, I don't mind if he gave me 02, so I can make that quick left turn into Bravo 2 into signature, but
November 65 Juliet Romeo, radar contact lost.
are you hand in hand with also ATC? Do you help out ATC also?
Sorry, you broke up.
Do you assist ATC, the students, or anyone out of ATC also?
25 Jacksonville Center,
No,
radar
we don't.
contact.
For that you have to go into the actual RTAC, and they have their own training.
Okay, just wondering. I didn't know if you guys hand in hand help also with them.
No, that's all done on the RTAC level.
Are you familiar with Ground Point Niner, the gentleman that does MSP, the controller?
I've heard of him, but I usually don't follow any of the podcasts. I just don't find the time or interest to do it.
Oh, gotcha.
I haven't been controlling much lately. I sort of stepped away from for a while. It got a little frustrating, and we'll see if I pick it up again.
American 1849 Jacksonville
See if
Center,
I can
roger.
see it.
So when you start ready to descend, just disable autopilot and bring it down by hand.
Okay, we will do that. My I'm not getting a good scenery here, but
Now explain it could be a little bit hit and miss.
all right, we're gonna go by hand here.
Probably try to do a flight this afternoon. We'll see where I want to go.
Oh, that'd be great. And Jack Center, good morning. 7 Delta Romeo is 13 miles to the south with the weather. I'm having a problem. I don't know if you see that thing always pop up right here. I don't know why it's doing that.
Not a clue.
November 7 Delta Romeo, roger. The wind is 040 at 9er, altimeter 3036. Enter a, let's see, right downwind for runway 13, report downwind.
Okay, enter a right downwind for runway 13, 3036 on the altimeter 7 Delta Romeo, copy.
And will this be a full stop?
Full stop. Yes, sir, we'll be full stop.
Roger.
So, Atlantic Aviation. They usually ask to report on there, but that's fine.
That's not a runway assignment I will give you. I would have given you straight in 3-1, but that's interesting.
That's what I was saying. Some controllers will, like when I always fly, they will always give you the straight in regarding to it. So I could do a request and see if he'll give me 3-1, but
No, just do it. I mean, it makes a little bit more sense wind-wise, but it's a long runway. You're in a Cessna, it's a little bit of a tailwind wouldn't matter, but oh well. He
Yep.
gave you the runway best align into the wind.
okay, descend. And what we're going to do now is ensure everything is on both. Make sure it's full rich. We're going to keep that. And ensure that we continue our descent. ATIS, altimeter, instruments are set. And we do have, he gave me 30.
Southwest 4735, coming up on 120.
Southwest 4735, roger. Maintain 300 knots, and I'll have a speed reduction shortly.
Maintain 300, Southwest 4735.
I don't know why every time I do that it kicks me back out. I must be doing something wrong. There we go. Okay, we're on 8 miles, and we're going to be entering a right downwind for
Southwest 4735, clear direct to Rames.
Direct Rainaz, 4735.
You see how
American 303, after Llama, clear direct to Rames.
Direct Ramus after Llama. American 303.
I don't know if you see how my screen looks like. I've been having some issues with my X-plane.
Don't see anything out of the ordinary.
I mean, it looks. I mean, I was thinking of P3D, but I think I'm going to wait for that 2020 the flight simulator that's coming out. I want to see how everyone likes it before I buy it.
Yeah, that's probably going to be my next thing. I like my P3D. I never went for X-plane other than just try it out. I got too much money invested in my P3D.
Yeah. All right, pre-landing checklist. The doors and windows are secure, of course, and we're going to keep our feet on the ground regarding to our rudders and for our brakes. And landing light is. Make sure landing light is still on. Seat belts are good. Mixture is set for full, and carb heat we don't have. Fuel is both, and flaps as required. Both. And that's our pre-landing checklist. We're going to be landing in runway 13, entering a right downwind.
Southwest 4735, descend and maintain 10,000.
And we're going to be going to signature right after that, or Atlantic Aviation, I think they call it now, right? Let's see if I can see the airport. Let's just bring it back a little bit.
Bonus points if you can exit on
And
Bravo.
Southwest 4735, expect
Oh,
the
wow.
visual approach runway 35 right.
No, I don't worry about it.
Expected visual 35 right, Southwest 4735.
American 303, you park on the west side, correct?
We're under 110.
Go ahead. Southwest 206, roger, expect 35010 minutes after departure.
And under 110. Flaps.
My instructor did it to me a few
303,
times.
would you
So.
prefer the west side
did he?
parking?
Well, yeah. Let's do a short field landing. Put it on the numbers and exit on Bravo.
Oh my
Look at
God.
it going. That's 500 feet. Yep.
Oh my Lord.
American 303, descend and maintain 10,000.
That's the same instructor that had me do crosswind training at 20 knots crosswind.
I bet you that was like.
Oh, I got it on the third try or so, but it was fun. And after that, he said, "Yeah, okay, so that was the capacity of our aircraft. You're
November
good for any
1981 Miami
crosswinds
Center
up
off
to
1
20."
minute service terminated, frequency change approved.
Over to Unicom. Have a good day.
Skyhawk 7 Delta Romeo Jack Center entering downwind for runway 13.
November 7 Delta Romeo, wind 040 at 9 runway 13, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 13, 7 Delta Romeo. All right, well, let's just.
Southwest 4735, reduce your speed to 250, then descend and maintain 900,000.
250, 9000, 4735.
See if I can remember the views here that I have. Wrong one. Where's my other view? Okay.
Jackson, WestJet 1226.
Yeah, there is the smaller runway that you're revising. I mean,
WestJet
that wasn't that
1226,
bad for a
direct forward beach.
172, 1,000 feet, 800 feet.
WestJet 1226.
But like you said, we just leave it the way it is in regarding to it.
Yeah, 26 and 2700 on those other two runaways. He's probably not used to bring anything in.
American 303, reduce your speed to 250 and descend to maintain 900,000.
Okay, we're at beam the numbers here.
79,000 forward to 250, American 303.
Do another notch of flaps here.
Southwest 4735, descend to maintain 3,000.
3,000 for 4735.
Fuel on both, selector and on both, rich,
Center
throttle.
will be right back.
Oh, center's gonna be right
Actually,
back.
before I go, 7 Delta Romeo, taxi the ramp at your discretion.
Taxi to ramp, well, discretion for 7 Delta Romeo thing. Copy. Ooh, I gotta.
Actually, you're not even on the ground.
AKA, don't want to talk to you anymore.
Looks like you're talking code there for a sec.
He doesn't want to talk to me anymore, right? That's all right, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to talk to me anymore. See if I can do what you asked to see if I can get in a short final.
Center's back.
See if I can do that. Bravo. Oh, I might have cut it too close to do
Delta
it.
942, Jacksonville Center, roger.
It's okay. Airspeed is still good. Descent is still good. And we have full
American
flaps.
303, descend to maintain 4,000.
4,000, American 303.
Over the numbers. And we are down. And I believe,
Very nice. Just
let me see if I can, my graphic is showing me it's all the way to the end. But I did make it.
of course you did.
All right, let's clean up here as soon as we get off the. Yeah,
How much flaps do you use?
I used full flaps at right before final.
Okay. Is that what they teach you? I just different places teach different.
Right. So upon descent under 110 or 105, you can do your flaps. Bead the numbers. Your next full flap. Your next notch of flaps.
270.
Depending on the wind, you can use full flaps or you come in as you have. If you're going to use your full flaps, you need to have the airport in sight and runway in sight before you can do anything. Is
The
that
way I was taught and the way I flew was I never used full flaps unless I was trying to do a soft or a short field
Oh.
landing.
okay?
Likewise, I never used the flaps on takeoff unless it was a short or a soft field takeoff. Alrighty, just bring her down to
Okay, we'll bring
dark
it
and
down.
cool. Obviously, it's a pass. Very good flight. We'll have a quick chat as soon as you're stable there.
All right, flaps are up, carby's off. Oh, and then Jack Center 7 Delta Romeo, I didn't advise clear the active and parking at General Aviation.
7 Delta Romeo, roger, taxi the ramp at your discretion. Good day.
Have a good day, sir. All right, so strobes are off.
Before Sierra Romeo November, did you have an approach request for runway 8?
Landings are off. Strobes are off. Taxis are up. Poly mixture.
Visual RNAV ILS.
We'll probably do the
Trim is takeoff.
Sierra Romeo November, roger. Expect visual approach runway 8.
visual approach 0.
Standby. Enter. Sorry, avionics. All right. So we on here, and we have our
American 303.
avionics is off, and mags are off. Master is off. And we have that fuel is set to, come on. This is a pain in the butt sometimes, using the mouse.
Yeah.
Wait, actually I have, let's see if I have a control. I don't. I thought I had it set. And set to left. And then we would, this is not a Coronado, so I can't put everything on there. The tie downs and everything else, package compartment and everything else. So,
Oh, you're good.
yep, so we are cold.
Alrighty, so you're all good there. Good flight, very good flight. Very few minor things that I saw, so overall very good. That's a pass. That's pretty much you did above and beyond what's required on a P2. So congratulations. Any questions for me?
No, sir, I do not. I'll just wait. Once I get this, you will send over. I can start my P3 testing.
That is correct. So the only couple of things that I sort of noticed, one before we were taking off, your altimeter was not set. I sort of pointed that out just because there was a safety issue. I would prefer if on the downwind as you enter, and on the downwind you stay at the pattern altitude. You drop 300 feet below pattern.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you noticed.
Yeah, I was at 800 right before I beamed the numbers.
No, you were on 800 the whole downwind.
Okay. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. At the downwind, try to stay at the altitude. But then as you hit a beam, you were down at 700. So don't start descending until you start turning base. Basically, that's all I had there. Approach was a little slow. I usually prefer on final if you stay at 65, 60, 65, you started dropping a little bit again. Keep an eye on it. Both in the sim and I guess real life, both things would be the same thing there for the flight training. Other than that, good flight planning, and GPS Direct is basically your standard. If you have it, please use it. Don't try to do anything fancy. You'll be doing enough fancy stuff in the P3. For the P2, GPS Direct, absolutely, that's cool. Altitude, winds, you were able to pick up the weather. You were able to read the charts, talk to ATC. So everything that's required on a P2 plus more. So okay, all good there, and pleasure having you on this flight, and looking forward to the P3 for sure.
Thank you so much. I do apologize. I was trying to meet that standard, so I dropped it down a little bit lower to make that right turn. So understood, and I'll keep that up for the actual descent for the 65.
Yeah. Those are just comments that also apply for your regular real life practice flying, right? Yeah, you're supposed to stay at pattern, and then what's the Cessna 172 best glide speed?
68.
Yeah, 65 was in the one I had, so 68 in yours.
Yep.
That should also be your approach speed up until just before the threshold.
Roger that. I appreciate it, sir.
Alrighty, David, good work. Your paperwork should be in pretty quick, and have fun with the P3.
Thank you, sir. You have a blessed day.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye. So that is a P2 Checkride. Was I perfect? No. And that's why you have feedback. I know I was trying to do what he was asking me in regarding to try to make a turn on the right. Was my speed very, very low? Yes. Did I say my numbers wrong? When you get nervous, things happen, and that's why you practice, practice, practice. Always have to practice in regarding to make sure you have your communications and regarding your numbers. So I am a student pilot. My name is David, and thank you for coming along on my P2 check ride. And also, I want to give us a special shout out, of course, to the instructor from VATSTAR. And TH, thank you so much for having me today as my check ride for P2. I really appreciate it. And VATSTAR, thank you so much for giving this opportunity for pilots and sim pilots to teach them absolutely for free. And all the instructors and mentors do this on their own time. So I really appreciate it. And more to study and more to come. Thank you so much.